This is the baby in yellow, and this is why I can't have nice things. I simply have a tendency to ruin everything I touch. I've turned the baby into an ice cream cone. So given the possibilities presented before us, I think it's going to be a good day. Even the demon agrees with that statement. Now our first task is very simple. Charlie Brown needs his bottle. And it's been a while since I've been a baby, but I'm pretty sure that's this one. But we need to make sure baby grows up big and strong, so we're going to give baby a giant bottle, at which point it soils itself. And normally I'd say that's someone else's problem.
But I can actually make it the baby's problem.
Because I've been given the unlimited free reign of a ghost, so I can straight up just leave the apartment and leave the baby way out here in the void somewhere, where it's gonna drop forever and its smell is no longer my problem. And somehow the game is actually perfectly okay with that. It doesn't complain that I've already completely lost the baby. Alright, so then we bring the baby back, but then I've actually completely boned everything else entirely. But don't worry, my tiny bald friend, we're in this together. I'm gonna figure out a solution for every one of the problems I create for us. Next, we need to see what kind of limits we're working within. So I've added 99 clones of the baby for an even 100. I've created some kind of crying baby hydra. That's horrifying. 100 screaming babies, imagine that sound. But really good news. Turns out the game can absolutely handle 100 babies spread tastefully all throughout the apartment. I don't know why anyone would buy furniture when you can just fill out your apartment with tiny bald screamers. You know, that gives me an idea. I'm gonna use this one for a little bit of aim adjustment. We've teleported all of the babies together. They're all ready to fall through the hoop together. At least I think they are. How do we let you all go at once? There it goes. I don't really know what I just did, but I got 150 points and the babies actually disappeared entirely. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, I still need at least one of these to work, so I just stored them back there, probably because it didn't know what to do with them all, and they're so happy again, no more crying. Now the natural question that arises at this point, how many plates can we get away with throwing at the baby? And how big of a plate is too big? Okay, plates didn't work, we don't need to talk about it, mugs seem to. This mug is roughly the size of the baby itself, so let's see how that works. Gravity apparently has more of an effect than I thought. In fact, we can just make an even bigger one. Imagine the amount of coffee we could fit in this thing. Alright, ready, aim, fire. Okay, it's so big it's actually baby proof. The baby can't actually break it. But it does actually look like it'd be a nice sized baby holder at this point. I'm not sure how well they're gonna like playing together. The cup is not supposed to be big enough to fit things inside it. So they're not gonna play very nice together. Which makes me think we need more of these cups. The game really does not like having as many big cups around. But we're for some reason able to suddenly break them. So that's something. But oh, we can break the baby on the cup now. Oh, that's a fun way of doing it. That could be like the sound of a clock chime. Every hour on the hour you hear the baby hitting the cup. Okay, now we do need to see what exactly it is we can do with the oven. Because we can get one baby inside there. Cook him till about a medium rare 350 and he goes launching out and hits the plates anyway. Very happy about that. That's actually horrifying. But we're going to see how big of a baby we can fit in there. Scale of 3. Would you like to go in the oven? You look like you would like to go in the oven. You look like you deserve to go in the oven. Alright, let's see what we can do about that. The baby's so big it's kind of touching everything. Does that work? Are you in the oven technically? I can't tell. Yep, it sure was. Well, I wouldn't want to get in your hot time to make it even bigger. The baby's now about the size of the apartment. I'm not sure if we can even see the oven at this point. It's sort of there. How do we close the oven? Are you in there? It's so hard to tell at this point. You're so big. Are you going to launch out of there? Are we good or are we bad? I'm accidentally opening a lot of cupboards. I think this baby might be just a little bit too big to actually make work. I don't even know if I'm carrying it anymore. Fine then, sit there and sulk. We're going to use a normal sized baby then. So what I need to do is drop the baby on the open oven door. That's perfect. His look says it all. He knows what's about to happen. Alright, that took a little bit of maneuvering, but we're currently cloning the baby in front of us. I don't entirely know how many we have, so we're just going to go with more. Are those inside the oven or not? Oh, they might not have... Oh, yeah, they are. We could definitely do better than that, though. That was only like 20. That felt like so many more. I just hope this time they don't get tangled up in a giant mess and are able to fly around the apartment. I think the trick to that is going to be distributing the children evenly from one side to the other. That way it's nice and full and they have a little bit of room to fly. That's kind of a work of art in itself. The game is very stuttery, so it's definitely going to appreciate doing this. We're going to stand back and get a side angle view to see exactly what's about to happen. So far we've created a nuclear explosion in the baby's diaper. I'm sure the game will catch up with itself momentarily. It's only a matter of time. In the meantime, feel free to admire the drawings on the fridge. Whoa, there it goes. We've created a black hole of babies. That took forever. I was literally just about to quit because I thought for sure the game had given up. But we're not quitters here. We're going to keep going till we get a result. I'm just happy I managed to break and stretch reality itself within the first 20 minutes. Oh, 5 minutes later, we got another frame. Things are evolving nicely. I like where this is going. We've fused together 10,000 of them into some kind of tentacle monster. A few minutes later, and we're treated to another frame. I think we need to replicate this with a few less babies. This time, we've got 77 plus 1 babies in there. Let's see how they launch out. Well, that one didn't make the cut, but that's fine. There we go. That's a little better. We still spaghetti-fied them, but at least they popped out of the oven in good order this time. I've created an octopus. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just a tentacly mess of Charlie Brown babies. Funnily enough, the game also doesn't love this. I was really hoping they would blast out and fly all over the kitchen, but instead they just kind of welded together. After a second, actually, they all go back to normal, so now we just have a giant pile of babies on the floor. Those ones aren't done cooking yet, so we'll let them launch out of the oven, and that's a little better. But that also kind of makes me wonder what happens if we turn gravity off. Do we get a floating ball of babies in there? Nope, they are free to just do whatever they want. Okay, gravity does not affect the babies like it does myself. Think I got it. One, singular, there. Now we turn up the size just a little bit to the point where it can hopefully still fit in the oven, but can still make eye contact with us while it's cooking. Is that going to launch out of there? That works well. Alright, so let's see how big we can make it. We might have been at about max size. It doesn't seem to be able to fit in there anymore. The oven just kind of scoops it out now. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I was hoping it would be able to blend through the cabinets or whatever, but it turns out it cannot. Yeah, as I was saying, we managed to somehow fit the giant moron in there. But you know what? That's fine. It's supposed to be a demon. Welcome back. Is someone sad because they got locked in the cupboard again?
So many ways to break this game in so little time.
We can't possibly lose track of the baby if the baby is bigger than our entire house. That's also terrifying. Not only can we see into the different parts of the house, but the baby is just kind of randomly distributed throughout it because it's enormous. There's just two enormous eyes in the dark staring at us at all times. But I have succeeded in my goal of making the baby bigger. While we're out here, we might as well explore some things. Like, I didn't realize the freezer, whatever this is this big. It's actually enormous. There's also this very charming room. Looks like a place we'd want to spend a lot of time. And the cleansing ball of light in the ceiling. Wonder if we should bring the baby up here and put it in. Do you think that would work? Not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure that's part of the baby. Alright, up we go. We're gonna bring you to the sun. We're still trying to get the baby the bottle from the fridge, but I assume the giant sun thing is also the bottle, so we'll let the baby go there and see what happens. Okay, well, it's actually able to stall on top of the giant sunshine thing. It is headfirst into the orb. I am just as confused as you are. We've somehow recreated Mr. Burns from that Simpsons episode, and I'm here for it. So we know what the baby looks like bigger. What if we make him smaller? This definitely seems to be within the realm of possibility. I feel like he's getting wider.
We have created a crab.
I don't know why every time we do something to the baby, it ends up in spaghettification. Well, it's probably not by coincidence we made this flushable size. Does that count? I don't know if that's going to work or not. It might be too small to actually register. Okay, we just flushed it and we'll never see the baby again. We might need it slightly bigger to be able to have the flushing effect, so we're going to adjust things until it works. You can never really know with these science experiments until you know. Oh, there we go. It reset the baby. It fixes crab mode. If I sit right here and clone the baby, it just has heads popping up out of the toilet. So I think those will count as flushable. At least the crab one will. It'll be easy to find that one. We know what he looks like. Let's try an easy 49 technically that are about to be flushed. And maybe spat out. Oh, it sucked that one right in. And we spaghetti-fying the baby again. That's horrifying. Oh, no, they're back to normal. We didn't quite get them all. Let's try that again. It's a whirlpool of babies. And spaghettification. Why are they all different sizes now? Well, whatever the case. We'll take this one. And probably just give it his bottle finally. Wait, where did that go? Oh, you know what the problem is? This isn't the original baby, so I just kind of throw the milk over it for some reason. Like, you want some milk? Just kidding. Maybe instead this baby likes a nice onion bath, just like anyone would. Well, one of these is the real original baby, but I really can't be bothered to figure out which. I can actually just remove them all and I should be left with the original, I hope. Turns out, it was this one the whole time. Given what I've been seeing, the baby's obviously way too big, so we're gonna cut its food ration down by a lot. There you go, one little sip of milk. Now to the changing table because you've made a mess. I just I can't take this seriously anymore. We need to change this thing's diaper, so out comes a nappy, and the giant baby is gone, and he's way over there now. Such magnificent, beautiful eyes. We're gonna go ahead and change you right there. Yeah, you're very happy about that. Now we gotta put you to bed. Wonder if you're gonna fit. Okay, good night. Okay, into the crib you go. It looks like you'll fit. You might be a big baby, but you're not that book. Find the storybook and sit down. Okay, off we go. Sleeping like an angel. We're awoken some hours later to the sound of a screaming giant, who we have somehow lost. For being such an enormous baby, it gets away quickly. There you are. See, the problem is you're not big enough yet. Now I won't be able to lose you. I can't even see your stupid face at this point. From downtown. Well, you're a little bit easier to throw when you're smaller. It's not my fault gravity exists. Oh, turns out you're actually in bed. Yeah, that's fine. We're looking for a plushie. Would you like a king piece? I bet that would fit right in your mouth. You're kind of like a fish at this point. I assume you want the sheep plushie, so we're going to give you the cat. But it's got to go in the cot. Apparently that was actually the right plushie. Well, this all seems to be under control, so good night. That's concerning. I'm now on a quest for the bottle. It's the next day, the baby wants some food, and it's levitating in the cupboard because of course it is. How did you get back to normal size? This won't do at all. So this time I'm going to try and scale the baby. He goes somewhere up there for some reason. I don't know where he goes, but that's going to make it a little bit hard to feed. Not to worry, we'll get you all cleaned up shortly. Okay, we need to put you on the changing table. There we go. Get a new nappy. I don't know if it's going to fit, but that's more of a you problem than a me problem. If I... Oh, that's a new one. Okay. The nappy has run away. You know, I'd say this is the strangest thing I've encountered today, but that would be a blatant lie. Now I've got to chase this thing all over the house, because despite my immense god powers, I have very little control over it. But at least this time he managed to smash into the glass, so now he belongs to me. One giant nappy for one giant evil toddler. Or whatever it is you're considered up there. Take baby to bed. You know, it's funny because by my estimation, I could probably lift him up into the roof and his bed is like right there. So it would be really great if when I make you big or small, you could just stay that way for a while. I guess at this point, it really only does take one click to get you back to where you were. Okay, back to bed you go, which is technically that. Now we just need to find your book. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can find, yep, we're gonna sit down and read you the nice book, which shrinks. Oh, baby doesn't like the book today. Is it not big enough? I can make it bigger. You see, the tough thing about a giant baby is that you need giant plushies to keep it entertained. It's gonna be a little bit hard to get it in there, but we're gonna figure out a way together. It's gotta be on the cot or in the cot. Oh, wait, does that work if I just... Is this not the right one? I don't know what I did now. I might have broken it. Okay, the bed, the cot, seems to reject the wrong plushie. When it goes in there, it gets knocked out with a forceful thud. So I'm thinking it is the big one. I'm just not really sure how to get that in there. And now I've broken the mod thing, so I've lost my menu, so I can't actually adjust anything. We've restarted things and made things the appropriate size. Now the baby is happy with the rabbit. Now we can continue reading. I just realized the book tells you what kind of plushie you need. That one was about rabbits, so that's why the baby wanted the rabbit. I'm now tasked with the complicated job of making a cheese toastie. Since I'm not a child, I don't really know what that is, but I need to put cheese on the bread. And when you're going to put cheese on a sandwich, you put cheese on a sandwich. There we go. It shrank down to normal size, disappointingly. Wait, there's more fillings? It's called a cheese toastie. There's your cheese, there's your toast. Like, I don't know what we're supposed to put on there. And one of those. Done. Now we're ready to make a toastie. Down it goes. Good for the baby. Little added flavor. And it exploded and the baby got launched as well. Well, that's ominous. Now, the baby's door is locked, so we can't get in there. Luckily, we have the duplicate baby, so we might be able to trick the game with that. You know, I kind of forgot there was a washing machine. This one's dirty, so let's go ahead and give it a rinse. Oh, that actually works. We've relocated the baby, and here's your milk or whatever. I need to borrow you for a sec. I lost my mod menu, so I can't make it bigger, so I guess we're just rinsing the baby one more time. We'll have to wait for a new day to make it respawn. Listen, all I really wanted to do was make the baby bigger in the washing machine. You good with that? We broke the baby again. The baby's very happy about that, though. I can't interact with it because it hasn't technically stopped its rinse cycle yet. Well, it was technically rinsing and spinning. I'm not entirely sure what you are. I'm just starting to spawn stuff to see what happens. We could definitely make it bigger, but I'm not sure what the point of that is. Oh, but wait, we can actually just straight up spawn the monster. So that'll hang out here with us for a while. I'm not sure if that is the baby or not, but we could also see what kind of things we could do with it. We can make it bigger or smaller. We could have these like a lawn ornament. Ready? Get the monster. Can the monster affect us at this point? Oh, it can. We got murdered by a tiny house plant. Well, what a lot of fun we were able to have with that.